Hopefully everyone can see this. All right, so if you are not familiar with the special event permit application, I just want to preface that it may seem a bit intimidating, but it does have a lot of information intertwined throughout the required information we need. So that's why it comes across rather large. But yeah, so this is the front of our special event permit application. There we go. Okay. So here you can find some more information about priority scheduling and just policies that we have for the special event permit. Again, all permits need to be submitted at least 40 days in advance to allow for proper planning and for communication and allow enough time to get the permit approved. So if you are planning for an event and you have the event date, at least email that to me so I can add it to our calendar and we can better prepare for it. And then I can help you along with the application process as needed. Right here is the page which we'll get approval for. So you can leave this blank and this will be filled out by me and then signed off by all our departments in the city to get your event approved. So again, we have details on when a special event permit is required, and it will be required at any time in which you're hosting an event in city property. That would be if there's anything that's obstructing sidewalks or street closures, anything like that, an event permit will be required. Again, if there's anything in which you're hosting an event in the park that would exceed typical picnic guidelines, that would also require a special event permit. Okay, so here's a little detailed list of everything that we require for the special event permit. This is all clickable, so if you want to go locate these specific items, you can get more information on those. So again, on the first page, you'll just need to detail the location of the event dates, what time you'll be setting up and tearing down. And then there's also a detailed list of everything that will need to be included in the event write-up. Again, this is just to give city staff a better idea of what the event entails. So you'll need to include a description of the event, a parking plan, site cleanup plan, security plan, and things like that. With that, depending on the size of the event, this could vary. So if you have alcohol included in the event, typically you would want security present on site, whereas you could also just include in the event of emergency, I would dial 911, something like that. But it all just needs to be written down so we have documentation that the event is getting planned properly. Again, name of the sponsoring group, what type of organization the group is, required emergency contacts. Again, if we cannot reach you, then we have someone else to contact in the event of anything that might come up during the event. More information, projected attendance, ticket sales, things like that can all get filled out. Alcohol sales, which you'll need to list off the licensed bartender if you have that present. If not, then you would need to obtain an ABC license. By doing so, I believe ABC licenses cannot be obtained until 2 weeks in advance. So at least providing a copy of the application will suffice with that. Moving forward, again, any food concessions, booths, preparation areas that will need to be run through the health department and the Contra Costa County Fire Protection District. Again, details and phone numbers listed there. Any entertainment features will need to be listed. If you'll have any stages set up, what times amplification will be used. Again, the noise regulations end at 10 p.m. So we can't have any amplification past 10 p.m. And then if there's any restrooms that would be provided as well. Waste management, again, I believe it is listed. I'll follow up on that. And then again, we also do require a map of the event area. So that would need to include any street closures that would be taking place, if any tents are being set up, tables, stages, speakers, any component of your event would need to be detailed on the map. Also included on the map would need to be ADA parking. This is required for every event, whether that be a smaller scale event in which you're just utilizing the ADA parking that's already present in the area, or you will be converting a certain parking lot in the area to strictly ADA parking. The city does have ADA signage available in which events can utilize, so that would just need to be listed. a lot of downtown events have been utilizing the plaza parking lot and converting that into strictly ADA only parking to comply with that. So, okay, and then again, a detailed list of what needs to be included in the map. That's right here. Insurance requirements, we do require insurance for every event permit application that comes through. So with events that do not have alcohol, the minimum insurance requirement is 2 million, general aggregate 1 million per occurrence, which is detailed right up here. With alcohol, it would be 4 million general aggregate, 2 million per occurrence. That is the standard that is required. Tricia, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the grant would cover insurance costs.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, but these are the minimums that we have. And then along with our general liability insurance form, we also do require a CG 2012 additional insured form, which basically names the city as an additional insured party. And that is required, and it needs to be that specific form, to which if you were to reach out to your insurance provider, they would provide that for you. So those are the true insurance requirements for events. Okay, and then we also need the hold harmless agreement fully signed and filled out. Again, you can add your organization name up here, and then the application or the applicant would need to sign off on these. We do not have event fees for any events that have fewer than 1,000 attendees, unless you are reserving a park space or a plaza area. So we have fees for any picnic rentals, the Ignacio Plaza outside of City Hall and Susanna Park. Otherwise, if you have fewer than 1,000 attendees, then there is no larger event reservation fee. Again, if you have a need for reserving police officers or any sort of maintenance workers, there are on-call rates for that, which are can change and vary depending on staffing availability. Alrighty, and then again, I believe this is if you have 2,000 or more attendees, this will need to be filled out, which will include a recycling plan. Following, and then our appendices include more information on priority scheduling and application information. And oh yeah, and then at the very end, you can find a example of your insurance documents that you would need to obtain. And that is the special event permit application.